In this episode, we're tackling a mystery that affects millions of Americans, the Great Economic Paradox. On paper, the U.S. economy seems to be thriving with record low unemployment and inflation nearing pre-pandemic levels. But ask everyday Americans, and you'll hear a different story. Many are feeling financially strapped despite the seemingly positive economic indicators. Why is it that economists and everyday citizens seem to live in two separate realities? Stick around as we peel back the layers of this economic enigma. We'll explore how factors like inflation, stagnant wages, and living costs paint a different picture for many families. By the end of this video, you'll have a clearer understanding of why the economy might determine who takes the White House. The economic disconnect. First, let's address the elephant in the room. According to economists, the current U.S. economy is one of the best we've seen in decades. Inflation has almost returned to pre-pandemic levels. Unemployment is near a 50-year low, and the stock market continues setting new records. Even the Federal Reserve's decision to cut interest rates last month was seen as a positive move. But here's the thing, around 50% of Americans believe the country is currently in a recession, reflecting widespread concerns about the economy. A recent Harris poll revealed that over 60% of respondents think inflation is on the rise, impacting their day-to-day expenses and savings. Likewise, half of those polled believe that unemployment is increasing as well, which adds to their anxiety about job security. This perception highlights a clear disconnect between published economic data, which may suggest growth, and the prevailing public sentiment, indicating a deeper sense of unease and uncertainty among the population regarding their financial well-being. Inflation as a lived experience. To economists, inflation is a nominal thing, a number to be adjusted by monetary policy. However, for everyday Americans, it's a lived experience. Price hikes on everyday goods become tangible challenges that are hard to ignore. Stefanie Stancheva, an economist at Harvard, pointed out that these experiences elicit feelings of anger, fear, and even injustice. When inflation peaked in the middle of 2022 at 9.1%, it was the highest since the early 80s. Even though it's decreased, prices remain elevated. For instance, food prices jumped by 25% from 2019 to 2023. And while economists celebrate what they call a soft landing, where inflation goes down without spiking unemployment, many Americans feel they're in turbulent skies. Interest rates and personal finance. Higher interest rates are another factor adding fuel to the fire. In addition to dealing with elevated prices, Americans are also facing costly loans and credit card bills. Interest rates have made home buying and auto loans more expensive, affecting everyday financial decisions. 𝐥𝐢𝐤𝐞, CEO of Harris Poll, described this so-called soft landing as diametrically opposed to the experiences of ordinary Americans, who feel caught in the storm. While economists might celebrate low unemployment, it's hard for individuals to appreciate that when every trip to the grocery store feels like an economic punch. Generational perspectives and economic mobility. Understanding economic sentiments requires diving into the generational differences that influence perceptions of financial security. Baby boomers, Gen Xers, millennials, and Gen Zers all interact with the economy in distinct ways. For boomers, who might have grown up with the economic boom of the post-war era, the current situation feels unsettling. They are often managing retirement funds and facing healthcare costs amidst a fluctuating economy. Gen X, caught in the middle, is concerned with both caring for aging parents and supporting their own children. Many in this generation face stagnant wages that have not kept pace with the rising cost of living, leading to concerns over long-term financial stability. On one hand, millennials and Gen Z are navigating a different landscape, growing up in the shadow of the Great Recession and now dealing with the economic fallout of the pandemic. These younger generations are burdened with student loans and high housing costs. Economic mobility seems like a distant dream as they grapple with hefty financial responsibilities from the very start of their careers. Each generation experiences the economy differently, creating a quilt of perspectives that reflect diverse challenges and hopes. This intricate tapestry of experiences makes the task of addressing economic discontent even more complex, indicating that a one-size-fits-all solution may not suffice. Trump's victory and the economy. Now that Donald Trump has won the 2024 presidential election, the economy has once again become a hot topic of discussion across the nation. With significant political implications at stake, it's critical to delve deeper into why so many Americans are feeling financially strained, even in the face of positive economic indicators such as rising GDP and low unemployment rates. This apparent disconnect between favorable data and the everyday, lived experiences of citizens can be bewildering. By carefully analyzing the disparity, one can begin to uncover the underlying issues that contribute to the feeling of economic insecurity among millions. As the nation continues to navigate through these uncertain times, it is imperative to strive for an economy that truly works for all Americans. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this episode helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more thought-provoking content. And tell us in the comments, how are you feeling about the economy and what changes would you like to see? Until next time, stay informed and stay engaged.